Hello everyone, today I came with your geography second lesson, that is the identity of Sri Lanka. So before that I want to tell you, I thought to do like this because I thought to divide it into two parts. And firstly I hope to do the geographical location of Sri Lanka, that then another part I will come the social identity of Sri Lanka. Okay, and the first one we have to identify is, now we all have our own individual, each and every person in this society, they have their own cultural and social identity of them, but likewise in each country they have their own individual identity too. If it is Sri Lanka, if it is a foreign country, or else if it is another country, so each and every country they have their own cultural identity, heritage identity and social identity too. But today I am going to talk about the identity of Sri Lanka, about the geographical location of Sri Lanka. Okay, when we are observing the Sri Lankan geographical map, we can get a clear idea about the location of Sri Lanka, Putala. Actually, Sri Lanka is situated near the equator in tropical zone, and it is in between of Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer. Actually, you can get the clear image of this location from my video clip, so don't be fear about that and don't make a mess with that. Okay, and the other one is Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow sea strip called Pork Strait. Now you all know, Putala, what is an island. I am not going to explain this further because I think you all have done this about island, what is an ocean, those things you have done this in your grade 6 lesson, so I am not going to explain this further. So Sri Lanka is an island. It is situated in the Indian Ocean and it is closer to the Indian subcontinent. Okay, and now we are going to identify what is the relation location of a country. Each and every country they have interpersonal relationship with other countries, and so those things we are calling relative location of a country. That means those include islands, and that means the immediate location of a country. Islands, it includes islands and ocean in the country. Those things we are calling relative location of a country. There are many countries, there are many islands in Indian Ocean, not only our country, not only Sri Lanka. There are other islands in Indian Ocean. Those are called Maldives, Nicobar, Andaman Islands and Langship Islands. So those things we are calling relative location of a country. So each and every country they have relative location. In my words, okay, I will lose these words because I think this is really tough to understand you for your small brains. So I am going to explain in my words to you, Putala, because now you all have good relationship with your relations, right, than the other people in your society. So relations mean they are always with you. They are if they are in too far, but you all have the really close bond with them. Likewise, each and every country, so they have good interpersonal relationship. The countries, the islands, the oceans with immediate surroundings of their country. That means they have good interpersonal relationship with the islands or countries near the country. Okay, Putala, now you can see there's a cross line drawn in middle of the globe, so we are calling it as an equator. So it's a horizontal line, not a real line. So here now you can see here Sri Lanka, as we discussed already. Can you remember I told about tropical zone? Sri Lanka is situated in the tropical zone. It is Sri Lanka is situated in the tropical zone. Here this is tropical zone, here this is Sri Lanka, and the other one is Sri Lanka is situated in between of Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer. Here these things in between Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. So here Sri Lanka, and here tropical zone and the equator. Okay, Putala, as I mentioned you already about the relative location of Sri Lanka. So not only Sri Lanka, there are many countries, many islands in Indian Ocean. So now you can see here Sri Lanka. Here about the relative location, I told about the Andaman Islands, Nicobar Islands, these small islands, and here Maldives also. So these things we are calling them as a relative location of a country. That means a relative location of Sri Lanka. Okay, Putana, now this is the Sri Lankan map. So I am going to tell you how can you get the specific location of a country. So usually, so there are indicates, there are things that we can get the correct absolute location of a country. That means there are absolute things that we can use to measure the country. With reference to longitudes and latitudes, so I am not going to tell what are the latitude and longitudes. Latitude means these are the cross lines we are calling latitudes, and longitudes mean here up and down, north pole to south pole. So can you all remember on geographic globe we drew some latitudes and longitudes. Here these long lines we are calling longitudes, and latitudes mean these cross lines we are calling latitudes. So when reference to longitudes and latitudes is called the specific location. Now this is figure 2.1. So this indicates the specific location of Sri Lanka. Now I am going to tell you, here I have a picture for you, because when you are observing this map, this is not clear to understand for your small brain. So I drew another picture for you. So this is the absolute location of Sri Lanka. So it is Sri Lanka is located between 5 degrees 55 minutes to north. Here these cross lines, and go here, and 9 degrees 51 minutes to north, here to here, and here to here. Okay, and the other one is here. Now I am going to tell longitudes. 79 degrees 41 minutes to east here, and the other one is 81 degrees 53 minutes to east. Okay, these are the longitudes. So under these measurements we are getting the correct measurements of the country. So, and I have another picture with me. So this is Gulf of Mannar, Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal. Now I am going to introduce the identical boundary and territorial limit of Sri Lanka. So the Sri Lanka has an identical boundary and a territorial sea limit. Okay. Now in your homes also, I think you all made bonds around your home, and I think you all put a gate to your home. So that's what we are calling as the identical boundary of you. And each and every country, they have the identical boundary and territorial sea limit like Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka also we have identical boundary. Now okay, this is Sri Lanka, this is land area, and this is brown color part is, cream color part is land area, and around here we can see our sea area. Okay, coastal area here, and here sea area. So those are calling as our identical boundary. But all the coastal states were granted the ownership of limit of 12 nautical miles from the coast according to the International Convention of Sea, which came into effect from 16th November 1994. But all the coastal states were granted. So, but the International Convention, so they have given us 12 nautical miles of sea, so which came into effect. That means they consider about that, and we got our membership of our territorial sea limit since 16th of November 1994. Then onwards we got our membership of the sea limit, sea area. So this is known as the territorial sea limit. Okay, then onward it is known as the territorial sea limit of Sri Lanka. So the exclusive economic zone. Now I think exclusive. Now you will think, what is the meaning of exclusive? Exclusive means, Putala, that is only for us, our own thing. So our own economic zone. Economic zone means the way we are earning, the way we are getting our income. So economic zone means main economic place, economic zone, and the adjoining sea area. Adjoining means combined sea area. So those are located beyond the territorial sea limit. Beyond means out of the territorial sea limit. Now I am going to show about the exclusive economic zone, that means our economic zone, and the adjoining sea area. Okay. Now this is really small map. I am going to enlarge it. So now you can see here, this now in cream color part, this is our land area. Now here coastal area and sea area. You can see here out limit of territorial sea. Now this is our territorial sea. Okay. Now you can see beyond that, then we can see exclusive economic zone and pollution prevention zone. Now this is our economic zone. Now you can think, how can it be our economic zone? This is just water, no? But can you remember foreigners also, when they are coming to enter to when they are enter to our country from ships, boats or something. So they used to come across. They should get the permission of these areas, and then only they can enter to our country. Okay, so these things we are calling economic zone. So in this area, in this sea area, we can fishing and we can get the income to our country. Then only, and the other thing is it has really good and valuable things. In future I am going to discuss each and everything from my future lessons. What are the things that we can get foreign income and how can we earn money from these coastal areas and everything. But today I am not going to talk about such things, but I am going to explain you what is the exclusive sea economic zone of our country and the location of Sri Lanka. Now, although Sri Lanka is a small island, it has distinct relief features. Relief features mean, now I am going to show what are the relief features of Sri Lanka. Now can you see here, there are some parts they have gone out of the country. So we are calling them as relief features of Sri Lanka. Okay, some small parts they have gone out of the country. So those are calling as relief features of Sri Lanka. So the three main relief zones in Sri Lanka are the mountainous area. Okay, now I will show with my map in the center of the country and the intermediate plains and the coastal plains. So these relief zones consist of complex relief features. That means each and every zone is differ from the other zone. So those are each and they have separated location. Okay. Now we have a map with us. This is the location of our country. Now, as I mentioned already, these are the central hills. Now you can see here these dark colored one is the places are our central hills. Then you can see here some light color things here, intermediate plain. Then only you can see here coastal plain. But these zones are differ from each other. They are giving a separate function. So these are differ from each other. Okay Putala, there's a table now you can see here about the topographical features of Sri Lanka. So under that we can categorize them into three parts. So first one is central hills, that means Madhyama Kadukara, intermediate plain mean Abhyantara Tenitarawa saha coastal plain mean Veralabada Thanna. So these I am explaining these things, then only your small brains will understand what is the meaning of this, because usually our native language is Sinhala, right? So that's what so many students they addicted to do these lessons in English medium. So what I'm going to do is, usually if you have a doubt, if you have a problem, so I'm going to explain new words in Sinhala as well for you. That is, then only you will get a clear image of that. So central hills mean Madhyama Kadukare. Under central hills there can be things. Okay, so as I mentioned you already, there are some complex features. Each part here, central hills are differ from intermediate plain, and intermediate plains also differ from coastal plain. So each and every part shows a variety of category. And here under central hills we can see there are 5 things under central hills. Okay, let's see what are they. Mountain ranges mean Kandukara, then Kandupanti. Plateaus mean Sanu. Valleys, Nimna. Waterfalls, Biali. Gaps, another name we can take, passes. So both words we can use, Durga or Kapolu. Okay, so these things we can see in central hills, Madhyama Kadukare. Okay, and intermediate plain, then Abhyantara Tanithalawala we can see there can be 3 things that we can see. Okay, first one is plains. Plains mean monother Tanithala. Okay, and ridges mean Uskandu. Okay, and residual hills mean Seshakandu. Okay, there are 3 things under intermediate plain. Okay, and coastal plain mean Verala Thenna. කියන්නේ වෙරළට වෙරළාසන්න තැනිතලා බිම්. Okay, so under that we can see 5 things under coastal plain. Okay, broad plains mean පිටාර තැනි. කියන්නේ ටිකක් broad. What is the meaning of broad? Broad mean පුළුල්ව තැනිතලා. And bays අපි කියන්නේ බොක්කවල් කියලා. Lagoons mean කලපු. Okay, usually when we are making sea and each and everything, so we are making them in lagoons. You can put them කලපු මුහුණු හැම හදන්නේ. So those things we are calling them as lagoons. And points mean tudu. Islands means dupat. Okay, so I am going to show with these in my another video clip, then only you will get a clear image, you will get a nice idea about it in your mind. Now there's the one is the geographical identity of Sri Lanka is further emphasized by the scenic beauty and the different relief system as well as by the favorable climatic condition. Now each and every place here, central hills, intermediate plain, coastal plain, so each and every place they gives us a different favorable climate condition. Okay, so the relief and the diversity of climate attract tourists to this country. So variety of climate conditions attract tourists to this country. That's why they are eagerly coming to this country because of the climate condition and the location of Sri Lanka. So each and every part they give a natural beauty to country. So the map 2.1F indicates the main relief zones of Sri Lanka. Okay, this is the thing. As I mentioned you already, central hills, intermediate plain, coastal plain. As I mentioned you already, each and every part they shows a different climate condition as well as different location. Here Putala, now we studied the second lesson, the geographical location of Sri Lanka, geographical identity of Sri Lanka. We discussed about many things today. I think now you will get bored of, if I do the monsoon lesson also, then you will get the bored of doing these things. So I thought to do, before I thought to cover the geographical identity, and I thought to go for a social identity. So but now I feel like this, because if I do these things, you will get bored of doing the same thing. So I thought to do like this. Next lesson I will come with the monsoon rain of Sri Lanka and what are the effects of monsoon rain. That one also a nice lesson. So we have discussed many things about the monsoon rain of Sri Lanka. Okay, I hope to come with your next lesson, monsoon rain of Sri Lanka. See you soon.